Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Carl at Incarcerating. On my last video, we deep dive into marginless universe, and I've also shown you how to do an easy DIY. But today, I am devoting this video, this episode, to two of the most influential designers of our time under the Comme de Garçons universe, and they are Rei Kawakubo and Junya Watanabe. So I picked up 4 pieces from the 2 designers that I've mentioned. So as I show you the pieces that I've got, I'll be sharing a few information about that certain piece, what collection it is from, the inspiration behind that piece. Also, of course, a try-on video at the end. I love buying archive pieces. Very rewarding whenever I dissect a certain piece or a certain collection, because in that way, I appreciate the piece more. So join me on this episode. During the past few weeks, I have been reading a lot about Rei Kawakubo and the history of Comme de Garçons, and I haven't done a proper Comme de Garçons video on my channel. This is not going to be like a full-on deep diving, but we will talk about Comme de Garçons, I promise you that. So in the Comme de Garçons universe, there is a man who goes by the name of Junya Watanabe. So Junya Watanabe began his career as an apprentice pattern maker for Rei Kawakubo, for Comme de Garçons. And also because he was so visionary and talented, he was appointed as design director by Rei Kawakubo to lead as the design director of Comme de Garçons tricot line. So as you all know, Comme de Garçons has different diffusion brands. Comme de Garçons Tricot is a brand that focuses on knitwear, everyday essentials, and that's how Junya Watanabe started his career in Comme de Garçons. But in 1992, he founded his eponymous line because he wanted to create a brand for himself. Now I am so lucky to be able to have this piece in my hands, because Junya Watanabe pieces have a high level of, collectability. I will start with this strangely minimal peak shoulder top from Junya Watanabe. Well, as an avant-garde consumer and a fan, I really love anything that has an exaggerated shoulder. As an anti-fashion avant-garde designer, he underlines his vision through exaggerated pieces and shapes and out of proportion pieces, and also by using technical fabrics like PVC. One example is his 2015 spring-summer collection. I think that was one of his best collection. It was even worn by Kendall Jenner on an editorial by Dazed and Confused. So I bought this top because I love anything that exaggerates the shoulder, or anything that disrupts the normal silhouette of a body is a win for me. One could mistaken this as a design by Margiela. If you remember his 2008 collection, he presented this peak shoulder jacket that is made from a stiffer fabric. The pointy shoulder is also a thing in that era, a thing in 2009. There was Balmain, Mugler. Each designer have their own take on the peak shoulder. It is worth mentioning that these specific top is from the 2009 collection. So this is Junya Watanabe Comme de Garçons top. So it features a peak shoulder. It's 100% cotton. It's very soft, breathable, and comfortable. And I wish it was stiffer like wool, because it would have been nice if the pointed shoulder has a more structured silhouette. But anyway, it's still a lovely piece from Junya Watanabe. Now you may be wondering how on earth I was able to find out the year that it was released. Actually, for Comme de Garçons piece or Junya Watanabe, if you look in the label, it actually says on the label the manufacturing date, which is pretty handy for someone like me who wants to research on a certain garment. It's just easier if you're into archive pieces and you want to know the backstory or the background of the collection. Although unfortunately I didn't see the specific piece in the runway. Apart from the pointy shoulder that I was drawn to, one specific detail of the top is the sleeve pattern. So it has that unusual sleeve pattern. I'm not sure if you can see it, but so that's the hemline for the cuff. I will definitely show you how I wear them so you can see the beautiful pattern that was employed for this garment. It somehow resembles a pattern that is a bit quirky and cartoonish. And if you know, Junya Watanabe and Rei Kawakubo, or Comme des Garçons in general, has that quirky, playful theme or motif whenever they design something. Nevertheless, that specific piece doesn't limit my styling. For this top, I wanted to amplify the sculpturesque element of the top, so I wore a blank canvas. I wanted the top to flow seamlessly with a skirt that possessed an equally quirky style. I wore my beautiful Helmut Lang that has a really nice drape to it, and since I needed pockets that day, I added this belted pocket accessory, and I think it created an added touch of polishness to the whole look. So another Junya Watanabe piece that I've got is from the Spring-Summer 2015 collection. Orphism, Retro Futurism, Machine Age Woman. Those are the words that are often used to describe that certain collection, and I have to agree. It's one of the best collection that I've seen from Junya Watanabe. I remember when we went to Japan in 2016, I was lucky to be able to try a piece from that runway collection. It is from this runway look. It's a Breton top with a circular sleeves made from PVC, and I remember I was struggling to really get my arms into the armhole. So it was a fun experience. It was restrictive, it was ill-fitting to be honest, but it was pure joy when I tried it on for the first time. I am kicking myself for not getting it, but now I have this amazing shorts from that collection, which I will be discussing in a short while. So I did mention in the beginning that Junya Watanabe works under or for Rei Kawakubo for Comme des Garçons. I must say that this specific collection is an echo of the Fall-Winter 2012 collection by Comme des Garçons entitled the Flat Collection or the 2D Collection. Another interesting thing that I've read is that whenever Junya Watanabe works on his collection for his eponymous line, Rei Kawakubo doesn't touch or monitor his creative process. According to Rei, by doing that, Junya's work remains pure. So what we get is his, organic vision, and I think that's awesome. Knowing that a designer like Rei Kawakubo gives complete freedom to his designer is a way that she really trusts Junya Watanabe. Just mind blown that this Spring-Summer 2015 collection coincides with Rei Kawakubo's Flat collection. It just goes to show that the two designers are on the same spectrum or on the same level of thinking, both visionary, both forward thinking. So I actually got this out of luck. I was supposed to get the Comme des Garçons skirt from the 2D collection 2 days after the seller messaged me saying that it is not available for sale anymore, which was kind of heartbreaking. Actually, I was more annoyed than heartbroken. So anyway, I was lucky enough to find this piece from Vestiaire Collective from a French seller for $55. So I think it's a blessing in disguise. I was able to find a replacement which is equally as interesting as a 2D collection skirt. So this is the specific shorts that I was talking about. It's a size small, and reading the label it says AD 2015, which explains that it's from the 2015 collection. It's made in Japan. It's 100% synthetic, and the interior and the lining is polyester. So it's a nice short, slightly oversized, and as you can see there's like a fraying situation happening. I think the imperfection makes the piece interesting. It's a normal, it's a rather basic shorts. Again, Junya Watanabe is providing us with something, basic. But the main takeaway, the main thing that elevates it from the rest is the pattern. So it features a flattened pattern with a huge seam allowance traveling on the sides of the short. So that's the front view. For the side view, it's flat as a pancake. I mean, yes, they're just, your basic shorts. It's very straightforward, but the method and execution that Junya Watanabe employed to create that garment is just mind-blowing. And I actually love it. It's more awesome when you wear these. I hope it wasn't PVC because I'm a bit worried that after a while PVC leather can break apart or fall apart, and knowing here in Australia in the summertime it's kind of brutal for like PVC because from my experience they crack and they peel. So it has that cartoonish futuristic vibe to it, and I really love it. In the runway, I think it was from the look number 1. I just paired the shorts with my normal PVC latex looking shirt just to give emphasis and also underline the beauty of the Junya Watanabe shorts. I really believe that we definitely need new shapes and outfits that will take us into the future and that will also move us forward into fashion. For my outfit, I wore my quirky Gucci brogues. I think Comme pieces or Junya Watanabe pieces have that quirky, playful motif. I think the Gucci queer core mesh well with the playfulness of the robotic and futuristic shorts. I wore my ethos PVC, like I said, and my old mesh stockings. When I first received the shorts and I tried them, it felt a bit alienating. We are all programmed to wear shorts that has that perfect fit, but this shorts from Junya Watanabe is opposite. Like, it was super wide. It felt like my hips and legs were like stretched and liquefied. So if you're someone who loves the idea of proportion play, I think you will enjoy wearing Comme des Garçons pieces or Junya Watanabe pieces. The thing about Comme des Garçons or Junya Watanabe's pieces is it somehow disrupts or distorts the normal fit. These are the kind of pieces that challenges our everyday norms, and I think we just need to respect the design, enjoy the piece, and wear it for fun. So I'm so excited to show you guys this specific garment. I don't know if you can see it. Oh my god. This is my second Comme des Garçons piece ever, and I'm really happy that I got this. Just a backstory, I bought this from eBay from a seller called Saint Hundin. I will definitely put the link down below. It's a reseller of archive pieces. I got it for a good price as well. Let me just read the details of the piece. So it's from Comme des Garçons, made in Japan. So it says AD 2012, and it's a size small, and it's 100% cotton, which explains its comfortability. So it's a two-dimensional pattern with a square pattern and jagged edges on the side. It has a geometric collar, and I can't explain it. Like, is it a top? Is it a shirt top? Categories don't fit into that specific piece. And according to Rei Kawakubo, I start with a new technique, something which manipulates fabric in a way that I've never done before, which begs me to explore what kind of clothing I can make. Which is kind of true. Like, if you're a designer, don't you want to make something new or original? You have the power, you have the capacity and skill to create something, but sadly a lot of pieces that we see on the runway or in the market are the same denim jeans, bomber jacket. I think possibilities are limitless or endless if you think that ideas are vast, and I think that's how Rei Kawakubo thinks. Let's move on to new and exciting pieces. When I bought this top, I was actually unsure what collection it was from, so I posted the photo on my Instagram story asking the Comme des Garçons experts out there. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me at Incredible Rating so you can we can share stories. It was from the 2012 paper doll collection. Actually, there's not much info on YouTube. Like if you type Comme des Garçons on YouTube, it's all gonna be the fragrance and the Comme des Garçons play, which is so frustrating. Well, thanks to vanitas.com, I found this dress that may be from the same RTW collection. I say RTW because Comme des Garçons presents, runway pieces. Along with that, they will also release pieces and garments that echoes the same look and feel from that certain collection. I would say this is definitely an artwork. It is a collector's piece, I suppose. According to Michelle Lamy, she collects Comme des Garçons because she regards the pieces that Rei Kawakubo makes as an art piece. They're mostly sculptural, same as the top that I've got. Like I can just hang it and consider it as an art piece. I just love sculptural piece because it changes the way your silhouette looks. It's not an easy piece. When I tried them on the first time, I was like uncomfortable for a minute. It was obstructing my neck. It makes my body flat and my arms look shorter. Wait, this is a Comme des Garçons piece. Most of Rei Kawakubo's pieces for Comme des Garçons is intended to distort. Actually, in a rare interview, she mentioned how we must approve and find values in different styles and tastes. According to her, I think that pieces that are different to wear are very interesting because if people make the effort and wear them, they can feel a new form of energy and strength. And I want to give people that chance. Almost this kind of dynamic form of clothing are complicated. I would wear it with pieces that are subtle and understated, but at the same time has that, same avant-garde sensibility because I can't see myself wearing them with like a denim pants, if you know what I mean. So for the try on video, I wore that with my long skirt from Andy Mister and my Yohji Yamamoto boots because I think these three pieces will highlight all the beautiful elements and sculpturesque quality of the top. And I think these three elements, these three pieces that I wore for this outfit speak the same language, speak the same style, and I am excited to wear them more and more. It was an ultimate fantasy to wear this. I feel a strong affinity to Comme des Garçons because it has always been a label that rejects gender roles and hypersexuality, hearkening the ideology of childhood with the 2D paper dolls that I played back when I was young, and the quirky colors she intelligently made it come to life. I love that this piece and collection is from a specific idea of answering society's question of what will be the future of clothes. And this is Rei Kawakubo's answer that the future is gonna be flat. She literally made each piece flat as a pancake, and I love it. And another piece from the 2012 collection by Comme des Garçons is this wool skirt. So it's a paper doll skirt. It wasn't shown in the runway as well, however I would surmise that it is from their RTW line, and I just love it. It's giving me an art student, art collector kind of vibes. I can't wait to wear them. Remember when I told you that I was supposed to get the black version, but it ended up not being available? So I was able to find this amazing gray skirt from Japan seller in eBay for a really great price. And it has a seam allowance similar to the flat collection top that I've got. The seam allowance feature makes the whole skirt appear flatter and more 2D. And this extra margin is actually important because it shows how this garment are fused together. And this is another way of knowing that Comme des Garçons is a master in constructing patterns and garments. For more information regarding, how it is made, I found this really interesting website called The Cotton Class. Whoever runs that blog, you're amazing. So in that blog, she or he discussed how each piece is constructed in a pattern maker or a tailor point of view. And if you have the skill, you can actually even copy it or do your own version. So the same skirt retails for $1,170 on Farfetch. On Farfetch, it's even a pre-owned skirt. Knowing that I got this for a fraction of a price makes me feel lucky. Rei Kawakubo has this nuclear energy within her. She is definitely my inspiration why I wear Comme des Garçons, nothing else. It would be a dream to wear her pieces, especially her runway pieces, because I respect her and I admire her. Like, it's different from Rick Owens. Like, I'm wearing Rick Owens because it's coming from a place of self-expression, expressing an attitude or amplifying a mood or punctuating a style. With Comme des Garçons, it's more about respecting her craft and vision. Among notable figures who are into Comme des Garçons is the former model, designer, and the stylist Michelle Ali. You have to follow her on Instagram because she will blow your mind. She's often seen in like fashion week wearing like full-on Comme des Garçons. Apart from the dazzling outfits, you can see from her is her happiness and joy, and I think we need to adopt that kind of energy, that kind of openness. It is our task to be more open and more welcoming with new ideas, because it's the only way for us to propel forward. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you would discover more fun and inspiration from avant-garde designers. Thank you for the 700 subscribers. Thank you for the new subscribers that followed me on YouTube. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And on the same note, I would like to also invite you to buy the second issue of our magazine, Night Sheep, entitled Cropped and Zoomed. So it is a collaborative work between me and my partner Loren, and we invited contributors from around the globe, artists who want to amplify their works through a magazine, and I think this magazine that we created will be a great addition to your collection. I will put the link down below if you're interested to buy one. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you guys next time.